Do you know which commodity has gained more than gold and silver so far this year? It's the top performer among agriculture commodities. Any guess? Well, it's soybean oil. Namaste. Soybean oil has gained at least 30% this year. In comparison, gold and silver have gained only 26%. Until last week, soybean oil had even outperformed copper. A weekly gain of over 5% has now made copper the second best performing commodity this year after cobalt. Cobalt has gained over 37%, mainly due to Congo imposing an export ban from February this year to overcome surplus supplies. The increase in soybean oil has been largely due to the US Environmental Protection Agency's EPA proposed Renewable Fuel Standards or RFS volume targets for 2026 and 2027. This is higher by 7.5% for 2026 and 9.5% for 2027 from this year's target of 22.33 billion gallons. While soybean oil has increased, soybean meal prices have dropped by nearly 14% since January 2025. Research agency BMI, a unit of Fitch Solutions, says that over the past month, price movements in the soybean complex had been opposite, with soybean oil futures closing the June 30 session up 11.8% month on month. In contrast, soy meal prices have decreased by 8.1% month on month. EPA's proposal points to higher targets for domestic biomass-based diesel. It includes changes to the Renewable Identification Number (RIN) policy. RINs are credits used to track renewable fuel production and usage, which will make imported fuels or fuels made from imported feedstocks count for half as much in meeting compliance obligations. In line with this, the EPA now forecasts soybean oil use in the BBD pool to increase by around 250 million gallons a year over the outlook period, says BMI. Ukraine-based agricultural commodity trader Oleg Sheklovstov wrote on LinkedIn that soybean oil prices in Chicago are holding high on expectation of a significant increase in biofuel mandates. On June 13, the EPA proposed significantly higher than expected renewable fuel standard RFS volumes for biomass-based diesel. Following this, soybean oil futures on the Chicago Board of Trade rose by 17% in 2 days. However, it has stabilized since then. Sheklovstov says the final decision on biofuel mandates will not be ratified before November. The reduction in subsidies for electric vehicle production in the new law shows that Trump's campaign promise to reduce support for green energy may come true. Likely, the declared volumes will not be approved in November. However, on July 1, the US Senate passed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which allows only clean fuel production credit to be accessed with fuel derived from feedstock produced or grown in the US, Mexico, or Canada. According to the Solvent Extractors Association of India, the landed cost of degummed soybean oil in Mumbai, including freight, was $1,180 a ton last week, compared with $1,054 a year ago. Experts say soybean oil's gains have mostly been a reaction to EPA's proposed renewable volume obligations that were bullish for BBD or biomass-based diesel, a type of renewable fuel. The development is positive for soybeans, and the new bean crop will benefit. This also means Indian soybean farmers could gain once the kharif harvest begins. BMI says expectations of abundant global supplies have controlled prices, with estimates for 24-25 being a 5.2% year-on-year increase in production. The rise in soybean oil is reflected in a rise in palm oil prices, which means consumers may have to pay more for cooking oil in the months ahead. Indian kharif harvest holds the key to how cooking oil prices behave during the festival period. As of now, kharif oilseeds acreage is up 14%. The soybean acreage has increased by nearly 4 lakh hectares. With rising demand and supportive policies, soybean oil is set to remain in focus. That's all for now. Let's keep smiling and be happy. This is Subramani Mancombu signing off until we meet in the next episode. Good luck.